Hi, welcome to Penny's Crafty Creations. Thanks for taking time out of your day to hang out, chit chat, craft, and create with me. Today I am doing a crochet tutorial and I hope this works. I have never done one on a video before, so we're going to learn together on this part. Today I am doing the bunny bottom baskets, and I did a short video on here on my channel to show how I created it, and it is about 6 inches, 5 or 6 inches on the bottom here. Starts with the magic circle and it works its way out to about 5 or 6 inches, and then I work my way up to the top and I add in other colors if I want to. This one here called for 2 shades of purple, and I have a light purple and the dark purple. Then I have the feet, and the way I do the feet is they are felt, and I sew on the pads of the feet first, and then sew on the white part of the foot onto the basket, coordinating with that yarn. And I do that so that when you're going in, you don't see where those are completely. And I did the bunny bottom tail with just wrapping the yarn around my hand, and I can show you that as well. So let me put these back in here, and they are the jumbo eggs, and it fits 4 of them. So I'm gonna show you how to do that in just a moment. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to do the basket first, and then we will work on the tail. So to do the basket, you want about 6 inches of your yarn. I am using this for my hook here. My favorite hook is the J hook, and this one, I love this handle. This is my favorite hook to use. It's just so comfortable. I also have them in bamboo and others as well. I have about 5 or 6 of the J hooks because I like to do many projects at once. So I'm going to show you this one. We have about 6 inches of that yarn. That's going to be our tail. We're going to take our hook and slide it under. So we have that little bit of like a ribbon on there. I'm going to create a K, and I'm going to grab off the K and go through. And then you want to leave it loose. You want to have some movement to this, because if you're too tight, it's not going to move very well. So you want to have a little bit of room there. Now we're going to create our magic circle, and to do this we're going to chain 6. So this is going to be our first chain. We're going to count out 6. We're going to grab off the K with each one. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each one of these bumps is a chain. We're going to go into that first loop here, that first bump, and poke through, grab off the K, and pull it through. And you're going to be left with the shape of a circle, just like this. You're going to pull, you have 2 on here, you're going to pull that off the K, bring that through. So it looks like this. We're going to go into the middle of that and pull through. We have 2 again, pull through. And you want to keep this tail aligned with that, so hold that with your fingers as you're going. So pull through, and we're going to work all the way to the end, continuously turning our circle as we go, pulling through. And you just want to continue all the way to the end. And sometimes if you go too fast, you get that bump. Just take that hook off that first one, and it will put it back to where it goes. So just pull your yarn. You want to have a little bit of extra yarn as you're working. And just continue all the way to the end where we started right here. Then you're going to pull tight on that tail. So we have that tail that we created, pull tight, and that's going to create this. Kind of looks like a heart. Drop your tail, because we don't want that attached anymore. And we're going to go into this bump here, right into there, and bring it through. You have 2 on your hook again, and there we go. So just like that. Now we're going to build our circle, the bottom of our basket. We want to have about 6 inches, 5 to 6, depending on how much you want. So to do so, we're going to go ahead and go in this bump here, and we're going to work our way all the way around, going in those bumps until you get to that end. And I'm really trying to slow down for you. I apologize if I'm going so fast. And you notice that as you're working, your magic circle here opens. Just pull that tight again. It's going to continue to do that until we sew it closed later. So we're right back where we started. There's our tail. Matches right up with our stitch. Pull your tail once more. So you have that circle form here. It looks like this. So we're going to add a stitch. To add a stitch, you're going to see that bump that we just went through. We have that same stitch in there, right here. You're going to poke through in that same one and do that twice. Then we're going to do it across it on the other side. So you're going to go into that next one and you're going to work the same way, going in between those bumps. Until we get across from our stitch. So about here, we're going to add another stitch. So right in that same hole, pop in another stitch and work till you get to the other side. Checking the back to see where your other side is. So we're at that other side, and occasionally your work is going to tilt upward. The yarn automatically wants to do that. So make sure you got the length attached to the skein, not your tail. And we're going to add in another stitch right in that same spot. And then we're going to continue to do that. Each spot we come to on there, we're going to add that extra stitch until we're about 3 rows in. So we're across from there. We're going to add our another stitch. And then we're going to continue to go, working this way all the way until the end. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Okay, so we're about 5 to 6 inches, and I like the 5-inch. And as you work in your yarn, you're going to notice that it's going to kind of do this. That's okay, because you're going to create that pattern as you go. You want to have that lip. So to get it to the next part, to form that basket, you want to decrease twice. So you're going to take and skip this one here, go into that next one and pull off the K and bring it through. And then you're going to do that on the opposite side as well, going in and working out as well. So when you get to that opposite side, you just want to repeat that step, and this is going to create that lip on your basket for you to work your way up to the top and how you want your basket to go if you're adding other colors or whatnot. So I'm at the other side now, so I'm going to skip this one here, go into that next one, create the same thing, and that's all you're going to do. You're only going to do this once in one row, and then you're going to work it, and you're going to see that start to form that basket lip. As you're working your way up, you're going to have that little lip start to show here, and you want to continue all the way to the top. And then to close off your stitch, I'll show you here on this one. To close off your stitch, let me get my thing here. So to close off your stitch, you're going to go into the next loop, and instead of grabbing two, you're going to grab that one. Excuse me. So you're going to pull through there, and then pull in your end. You're going to want to cut your tail. Then you're going to sew this end in so that it's sewed directly into your loops here, as you see here. Sew those directly in, and that's going to finish off your basket. You can do that the same way, adding in another color. Give that loop off, and then when you get in your another color added, you're going to tie them off. You'll have a little gap, and just take and tie them off, doing a square knot like so. That's it, and that will finish it off. Then you're going to take the feet, and I suggest doing the pads of the feet first, sewing those on there, and then sewing this end all the way around. Then adding your bunny tail. To do the bunny tail, I just used a 2 by 2.5 by 3.5 cardboard. It's about the size of an ATC card, and I am using this end here, and I'm taking my white yarn, fine end here, and I'm holding that on there like so. Then I'm just wrapping it continuously on here until I get it to where I am happiest with the thickness, and just continue to wrap. It's going to bend a little bit on you, but that's okay. Excuse me. It will give us that room that we need to put our tail on. So just continuously wrap till you get the thickness that you want. And remember, this is only going to show one side. You're going to have both. So I go about maybe 50, maybe 50 to 60 times. And then grab your scissors. And I just knocked my camera. I apologize. Whoops. Doesn't want to stay up there. So grab your scissors, cut that off, and then you're going to grab another piece of the same yarn. You want a little bit longer because you want to slide through here. And then grab that. You're going to do a square knot in the center of this, right up here at the top. So right here where our paper meets, I'm going to grab that, do a nice tight square knot. Almost feel like you're going to rip your yarn apart with your knot. Then come here and pull this out. It's going to fold. You want to pull that right out. Go where your knot is. Push that down. Go up in the center. Lay it flat on something and create another square knot. This is going to hold both sides of your bunny bottom, or your pom-pom in this case. So that's going to create your tail. Holding your long pieces, go through and cut this open about halfway through all those loops. And you're going to work it all the way around, cutting that halfway open. If you have a pom-pom maker, that's even better. I do not. I just do this method. I find it works for me. So cut all the way around. You want to make sure you get every loop in there. And it doesn't look like much right now, but it's going to when you're finished. You can see where your little edges are. So now you're going to trim and just trim away until you get it to the size that you like. In this case, I'm doing a small one to show you. There is a little bit excess, but you can leave these ends out in a bird feeder. Sometimes they like to take the little ends, or you can use it as stuffing in another project. You're not necessarily wasting it. So you're kind of figuring out where you want your tail to be, what you want it to look like, just by trimming that, and you can see it start to take shape. So you kind of want it to be all the same size yarn in your little puff ball here, and they end up looking like this when you're done. They're kind of cute and they work beautiful. So what you want to do next with your bunny basket is sew these on first, and then take your tail and you're going to grab one end, pull that through, then grab the other and pull through, and then you're going to place it inside your basket, on your basket like so, sewing it in place. And that's it. That's the steps to make the bunny basket. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.